The call to council. The Turok were shocked when the human scientists claimed that Earth had vast oceans of water, but the Council was far more shocked by what the humans did next. The Galactic Council was in a heated debate. They feared humanity's rapid expansion with faster-than-light ships. Humans explored and colonized many planets, and the Council worried about their unique adaptability and will to survive. They decided to summon a human to the Council to assess the threat. They would soon regret that decision. The fate of the galaxy depended on this meeting. The Galactic Council chamber was a massive domed structure, with seats arranged in a semicircle around a central podium for speakers. Representatives from a dozen alien races filled the room, each wearing the distinctive garb of their species. Murmurs echoed through the space as they awaited the arrival of the human delegation. The large double doors at the entrance swung open, and in strode Ambassador Jonathan Wells, flanked by his small entourage of human officials. Wells was an imposing figure, standing at least a head taller than most of the aliens present. He had broad shoulders and carried himself with a confident air. His dark hair was cropped short, and his sharp blue eyes scanned the room as he approached the central podium. "Greetings, esteemed members of the Galactic Council," Wells said, his deep voice carrying through the chamber. "I am Jonathan Wells, Ambassador of the Turn Union. I thank you for this opportunity to speak on behalf of my people." His tone was polite but firm, making it clear that he was here to represent human interests and would not be cowed by the Council. There were a few grumbles from the alien delegates, but most remained silent, studying the human with a mix of curiosity and apprehension. "Ambassador Wells," said the insectoid Councillor Zakik, "the Council has concerns about your species' rapid expansion and technological advancement. What are your intentions in exploring and colonizing so many worlds?" Rising tensions. As the debate continued, the tension in the room grew palpable. The humans had arrived on the galactic stage as an unknown quantity, and their rapid rise to prominence had unsettled many of the established powers. Wells did his best to allay their fears and reassure them of humanity's peaceful intentions, but he knew it would be an uphill battle. Trust was a fragile thing, and it would take time and effort to build bridges with these alien cultures. Wells met Zakik's compound eyes with a steady gaze. "Councillor, our intentions are peaceful. We seek only to explore this vast galaxy and learn about the wonders it holds. Humanity has always been driven by curiosity, a desire to push the boundaries of our understanding. Our expansion is a natural outgrowth of that drive. But your colonies could encroach on the territories of other species," interjected the reptilian councillor Skara. "How can we be sure you will respect our boundaries?" "I assure you, we have no desire for conflict," Wells replied calmly. "We will abide by all established treaties and agreements regarding territorial claims. If disputes arise, we are committed to resolving them through diplomacy." The councillors exchanged glances, some nodding in approval, others still skeptical. The avian councillor Creel spoke up next, her feathers ruffling. "Your species has made remarkable advancements in technology far faster than any other race we have encountered. How do you explain this? Have you been aided by some unknown benefactor?" Wells' expression grew more guarded. "No, Councillor, our progress is the result of our own ingenuity and hard work. Human scientists and engineers have pushed themselves to the limit of their abilities. Driven by necessity and the desire to improve our lot, we have developed our technology independently, without outside assistance." "And will you share this technology with us?" asked the bulbous Councillor Vort. "Surely all members of the galactic community could benefit from your advancements." Wells shook his head. "With respect, Councillor, we must decline. Our technology is closely tied to our culture and way of life. We do not believe it would be appropriate or wise to share it indiscriminately. We hope you can understand and respect our position on this matter." The councillors murmured among themselves, some clearly displeased by Wells' response. The human ambassador remained impassive, his gaze sweeping over the assembled aliens. It was clear he would not budge on this point. The debate dragged on, with the counselors grilling Wells about every aspect of human society and culture. He did his best to answer their questions honestly and thoroughly, but it was clear that some of them remained suspicious of humanity's motives. Zorak, the reptilian counselor, was particularly hostile. He leaned forward in his seat, his slit pupil eyes narrowing as he hissed, "Ambassador Wells, I find it difficult to believe that your species has advanced so rapidly without outside assistance. No other race in the galaxy has achieved such technological prowess in such a short time. How do you explain this?" Wells met his gaze steadily. "Counselor Zorak, I assure you that our achievements are the result of our own efforts. Human scientists and engineers have worked tirelessly to push the boundaries of what is possible. We have not stolen from others or relied on any secret benefactors." Zorak's scales rippled with agitation. "Lies," he spat. "You expect us to believe that you developed faster-than-light travel, advanced weaponry, and terraforming techniques all on your own? Impossible. You must have had help from someone, or perhaps you plundered the ruins of some long-dead civilization for their secrets." Wells felt his own temper rising at Zorak's baseless accusations. "Counselor, I take offense at the suggestion that we are thieves or scavengers. Humanity has earned its place among the stars through blood, sweat, and tears. We have faced challenges and overcome obstacles that would have broken lesser species. Our success is a testament to our resilience and ingenuity." The reptilian counselor rose from his seat, his clawed hands clenched into fists. "You dare speak to me of challenges and obstacles? My people have endured hardships you cannot even imagine. We have carved out a place for ourselves in this hostile universe through sheer grit and determination, and yet here you are, a newcomer on the galactic stage, claiming superiority over us all." Wells stood his ground, even as Zorak loomed over him. "We claim nothing of the sort, Counselor. We simply ask to be judged on our own merits, not held to some impossible standard or accused of deceit at every turn." The revelation, the chamber erupted into a cacophony of arguing voices as the other counselors began to take sides. Some defended humanity's right to keep their secrets, while others echoed Zorak's demands for transparency. The debate grew more heated by the moment until it seemed that the very foundations of the council might crumble under the weight of the discord. Finally, in a moment of frustration, Wells slammed his fist down on the podium and shouted, "Enough. You want to know our secret? Fine, I'll tell you. It's water. We have it, and you don't." Silence fell over the chamber as the counselors stared at him in shock. Wells took a deep breath and continued, his voice calmer but no less firm. "Our homeworld, Earth, is covered in vast oceans of liquid water. This abundance has allowed us to develop advanced agriculture, industry, and technology. We have harnessed the power of water to fuel our ships, terraform new worlds, and sustain our civilization. No other species in the galaxy has this advantage. That is the truth of our success." The counselors murmured among themselves, some looking incredulous, others intrigued. Zorak's eyes widened in disbelief. "Impossible," he hissed. "No planet could have that much water and still support life. You must be lying." Wells met his gaze unflinchingly. "I speak only the truth, Counselor. If you doubt my words, send an expedition to Earth and see for yourself. Our oceans are no secret, but they are our greatest resource and the key to our power. That is what separates us from the rest of you. We have learned to harness the very lifeblood of the universe itself." The chamber was silent for a moment as the counselors processed Wells' revelation. Zorak's eyes narrowed in suspicion. "Water? You expect us to believe that your success is due to something as mundane as water?" "It's true, Counselor," Wells said, turning to address the rest of the council. "Earth is a rare jewel in the galaxy, a planet with vast oceans of liquid water covering much of its surface. This abundance of water has been crucial to the development of our civilization. Our oceans provide us with a seemingly endless supply of life-giving resources. They regulate our climate, provide food and energy, and support a vast array of ecosystems. Our mastery of water has allowed us to develop advanced agriculture, industry, and technology. The proposal. The councillors murmured among themselves, some looking skeptical, others intrigued. The insectoid councillor Galactic spoke up. But how is this possible? Most of our worlds are dry and barren, with little to no surface water. How have you achieved so much with just water? Wells smiled. It's not just about having water, councillor. It's about understanding its properties and harnessing its potential. Our scientists have spent centuries studying the unique qualities of water, from its ability to dissolve and transport nutrients to its capacity for storing and releasing energy. We have developed technologies that allow us to purify, desalinate, and recycle water with incredible efficiency. The avian councillor Creole cocked her head. And you use this water to fuel your ships and terraform new worlds. Precisely, Wells said. Water is the key to our success in space exploration and colonization. We use it to create breathable atmospheres, cultivate crops, and sustain life on worlds that would otherwise be uninhabitable. Our advanced water purification and recycling systems allow us to thrive in environments where other species would struggle to survive. The bulbous councillor voice looked thoughtful. And you are willing to share this knowledge with us? Wells hesitated. We are willing to cooperate with the Galactic Council to ensure the stability and prosperity of the galaxy. However, we must be careful about how we share our technology. Our methods are deeply intertwined with our culture and way of life. We would need to work together to find a way to integrate our knowledge with your existing systems. Zorak's eyes narrowed. And what do you want in return for this cooperation? Wells met his gaze. We want to be recognized as equals, not as a threat. We want the same opportunities and respect that you give to other member species. We want to be partners in the future of this galaxy, not outcasts or enemies. The chamber was silent as the councillors considered Wells' words. Finally, the council president, an ancient being with translucent skin and glowing eyes, spoke. Ambassador Wells, your revelation has given us much to think about. We will need time to discuss your proposal and come to a decision. In the meantime, we ask for your patience and cooperation. Wells bowed his head. Of course, Council President, we are committed to finding a peaceful and mutually beneficial resolution. Thank you for your time and consideration. The human advantage. As Wells and his delegation left the council chamber, the ambassador couldn't help but feel a sense of relief. He had laid bare humanity's greatest secret, and now the fate of the Terran Union rested in the hands of the Galactic Council. It was a gamble, but he believed it was necessary to build trust and cooperation with the other species. Outside the chamber, Wells was approached by his aide, Dr. Elena Rodriguez, a brilliant scientist who had been instrumental in developing many of humanity's advanced technologies. Jonathan, do you think they'll accept our proposal? Wells sighed. I don't know, Elena, but we've given them the truth. Now it's up to them to decide whether they can see past their fears and prejudices and work with us. Elena nodded. I hope so. We have so much to offer the galaxy, but only if we can find a way to work together. As they walked back to their quarters, Wells couldn't help but think about the challenges that lay ahead. The Galactic Council was a diverse and sometimes fractious body, and convincing them to accept humanity as an equal partner would not be easy. But he was determined to do whatever it took to secure a peaceful and prosperous future for his people. In the days that followed, Wells and his team engaged in numerous meetings and negotiations with various councillors and their aides. They presented detailed reports and demonstrations of their water-based technologies, showing how they could be adapted to benefit other species and worlds. They answered countless questions and addressed every concern with patience and clarity. Slowly but surely, they began to make progress. Some councillors, like Galactic and Creole, were won over by the practical benefits of working with humanity. Others, like Zorak, remained skeptical but grudgingly acknowledged the potential advantages. The ancient council president, ever wise and impartial, guided the discussions with a steady hand. Unity and cooperation. After several weeks of intense negotiations, The Galactic Council finally reached a decision. In a historic vote, they agreed to accept humanity as a full and equal member of the Council, with all the rights and responsibilities that entailed. The announcement was met with cheers and celebrations across the Terran Union. Wells stood before the Council once more, this time with a sense of triumph and hope. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, on behalf of the Terran Union, I thank you for your trust and partnership. Together, we will forge a brighter future for all our species. The Council President nodded. Ambassador Wells, your perseverance and dedication have shown us the true strength of humanity. We look forward to working together to build a better galaxy. As Wells and his delegation left the Council chamber for the final time, he felt a sense of accomplishment and optimism. Humanity had taken its place among the stars, not as conquerors or outcasts, but as equals and partners. The galaxy was a vast and wondrous place, full of challenges and opportunities. And with their new allies, the humans were ready to face whatever the future held. A new dawn. In the years that followed, the cooperation between humanity and the other members of the Galactic Council led to unprecedented advancements in technology, science, and exploration. Together, they unlocked the secrets of the cosmos, discovered new worlds, and fostered peace and prosperity across the galaxy. Human water-based technologies revolutionized agriculture, industry, and space travel for many species. In return, humanity benefited from the unique knowledge and abilities of their new allies. They exchanged ideas, collaborated on projects, and built a network of mutual support and respect. Ambassador Wells continued to play a key role in fostering these relationships, always advocating for unity and cooperation. He traveled to countless worlds, forging bonds of friendship and understanding wherever he went. His efforts were instrumental in creating a new era of galactic harmony. One day, as Wells stood on the observation deck of a massive space station, gazing out at the stars, he was joined by Dr. Elena Rodriguez. "Jonathan, we did it," she said with a smile. "We really did it." Wells nodded, a sense of pride and satisfaction swelling in his chest. "Yes, Elena, we did. And this is just the beginning. There's so much more to discover, so much more to achieve. The galaxy is full of endless possibilities." As they stood together, looking out at the vast expanse of space, they knew that the future was bright. Humanity had found its place among the stars, not through conquest or domination, but through cooperation and understanding. And with their new friends and allies, they were ready to face whatever challenges and adventures lay ahead. The journey had been long and difficult, but it had been worth it. For in the end, they had discovered the true strength of humanity, the ability to adapt, to learn, and to unite with others in the pursuit of a common goal. And that, more than any technology or resource, was the key to their success.